St Bridget's from New York, embracing the spirit of another wonderful CYC with more than 2,000 children taking part over 5 days.
Every year they just go from strength to strength. I suppose this year they've put on an extra day to cope with all of the extra games and all of the extra players that they have. So the sport is growing hugely here in the US and North America. The number of girls playing continues to increase as well. And I suppose for me, the most important thing as I go around looking at the games, I can see that the skill set is increasing and improving hugely. There's more girls now capable of soloing the ball upfield, blocking, scoring. There's great shots and great points being scored. So it's great to see that development, and really that comes down to the great work that's been done by all of the clubs over here and the development teams that are working with them. And I know from a ladies Gaelic point of view, we've put a lot of effort into training coaches and training referees, and it's great to come here and see that investment and that work is paying off.
Kathleen Woods, Camogie President, how much have you enjoyed your first CYC?
It has been an unbelievable experience. Nothing can prepare you for the amount of people, the amount of children, and the thing that has impacted on me most is the family. It is such a family event. All across North America, people book their vacations, as they call them, and it is all about CYC. Fabulous and amazing. Yeah. And
have you been encouraged by the camogie that you've seen on show?
Very, very much so. Wonderful to see that it's not just the Irish diaspora. There is every nation, every participation right across all the nations of North America. Skill level is great. Meeting this afternoon now to try and see how we can move it forward. The energy that these people bring to the sport, you cannot buy, you cannot make. It's just there. It's wonderful.
John Horan, your thoughts? You've been here for 3 days. Your thoughts on the CYC 2018?
Very impressed. One outstanding feature of this whole competition and organisation is very much the involvement of the family. The hotel I'm in, you can see when people arrive, it's mum and dad and the kids. It's not a group of 15 or 20 young lads or girls coming with a coach. I'm happy to see such a huge amount of work going in to creating underage teams, and you look at all the range of competitions here from under 8 up to under 18. The organisation committee here just phenomenal. When you think about it, the chairman, met him here the other day. He was out here at 4:30 in the morning making sure everything was okay. Last night I met him in the hotel and said, well, surely you don't have to start as early tomorrow morning because everything's up and running now. No, out at 5:30 this morning just to make sure everything was in shape and order and it was going to happen. Just, you know, the interest, the enthusiasm and the genuine buy-in of people here, and people who've been a long time involved in Gaelic games here in the North, people who have managed senior teams and junior teams in the club adult competitions, but here they are doing steward, organising, referees. You just see the operations tent behind us here, and you know all the facilities that are there and the actual efficiency of the whole thing. It's huge, no?
Is it all been done in the right spirit? And I asked that after looking over your shoulder a minute ago and seeing the players take a knee. They do that when one player gets injured. It comes from soccer right here. It's a lovely thing that they do, but it seems that the games are all played in the right spirit.
Yeah, definitely. Now, obviously, there'll be ups and downs, and you know, when you get to final stages and knockout stages, you know, the competitive streak does come in. But overall, the whole ethos of looking after each other and you know, just watching out for each other, I think is so important. And I think we saw that with the article that you did there on Conal Harvey and the great spirit that there is around his inclusion in the games and his participation, which is wonderful to see.
This is all about children. You know, I thought for many, many years that our Féile was magnificent. This outshines Féile. The numbers, the people, the participation, the skill level, the motivation, there are no words. It is what it is. It's the CYC.
When you say you're having a meeting and you're looking at ways of improving things, what would your message be to maybe the parents who are bringing their kids to this? What would the message be for the future for camogie?
The message for camogie is keep on doing what you're doing. National Camogie will do everything we can to assist and empower and bring the game on. Maintain the family connection. That is the key, because when you have mum, dad, brothers, sisters, everybody participating, it's easy. So hold on tight to that family ethos, that family participation, and we'll get there.
And finally, could I ask you to tie all that in with the World Games next year in Waterford, and what message you would give to people out here about going to that? I mean, I know this is youth level, but some of the players will progress to it and they'll be able to aim at that.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, there are so many players here. I mean, the North American finals are on in Philadelphia now later on in a couple of months, and I'm sure that many of those players would be players who have played at CYC. And I know the team who won the North American finals with the ladies last year from North Carolina didn't have any Irish players involved. They were all homegrown players, which is a wonderful thing to see coming through, because that means we have real development. For the World Games, I have no doubt it'll be the same as the teams that came for Fela. There'll be huge commitment, dedication, and you know, great athleticism and great development of skills. And you know, they're all very excited here about the World Games, and people in the clubs, you know, pushing forward to make sure that as many teams will go as possible. So it's great to see that.